Okay, there's one side. Look at all the junk that's in here. Just years of caked mud. And we had it powder coated. All this mud and grease from the engine was just caked inside. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, look at the mud and grease that I got out of the inside here. Even they had the frame powder coated. Look at that. That is nasty. Oh, I'm glad we took those off. And look at all the rust that was still forming inside there. So I'll just zip that little guy off right there. And then do some grinding and some cutting and get this guy all squared away here. But yeah, not bad. So next time, hindsight being 2020, I'm just going to mark along the frame with the blue tape so I don't cut into the frame. Then I can pry the rest back and just grind it off. I'll come back and weld this in right here. Cut in the bottom, I just had to do pie cuts over here, and that's just the way it worked out. So I have to take care of that. I have to get all this flush. I'm going to have to take this rivet out as well. What else? That's about it. Everything else seemed to go the way I wanted it to, so not too shabby. Got it off. Now I just have to some fine-tune cutting, and I'll tune you guys back on when I get that all done. Morning, guys. All right, so last night, let's see what we did. So last night, I had grand aspirations of getting both of the transmission horns off. Yeah, it didn't happen, but I did learn a lot. So when I'm cutting this side right here, I'm going to cut just outside of the frame. So I'll lay some blue tape, and I'm going to cut this notch right here, right there, and then I'll cut right through. I'm going to get a larger disc, so I think my first cut's going to be right here along that side, and then along the bottom I'll cut just outside the frame as well. And then coming down this side, I'll cut right down along here. So I think my first two cuts are going to be this side and the other side. Then once you do that, what I had to do last night, I don't think I showed it on the videos, there's some of the stuff that you can, with the welds, that you can actually pry off. They didn't weld every single little piece, but this whole top section right here, you have to grind it all the way down. I did cut into the frame, so today I'll be welding that back together and fixing that. And then everything else down here, I had to do a lot of grinding. Down at the bottom, there's a lot of weld going through there. There is, I think it's right here, there's a rivet that I had to take the top off of. I might pop it out, I don't know, or I might just leave it. And then this side right here, had to do a lot of grinding. So the most of the grinding was right up here. This bottom section, I was able to do little tiny pie cuts in it, and then put a chisel in and knock it out. And then I came back with the grinder and ground it down. So that's kind of what we're looking at. I'll use an abrasive disc and get rid of all the rest of the powder coating that's on here before I'm going to get some weld through primer. And then I did notice when I was trying to fit the HPI Customs, I think it might be because it's powder coated on the inside, it doesn't quite fit up exactly, and it's probably because of, like I said, there's powder coating on the inside. So I'll probably grind down the sides of these just a little bit, not tons, just a little bit, so that it's just a fraction of a hair, you know, that I have to grind that down, that it should fit in. Once I get that done, then I'll hang that side, and I don't think I have to take off any more of the body mounts. It looks like it's going to fit perfectly. One thing I did notice about this chassis as opposed to Rusty's, other than it being a two-piece versus a one-piece, is there are more body mounts on this one, and I don't know why. It's in the video, he doesn't have this extra body mount here. So I'm not quite sure. Maybe you guys that are Tri-5 aficionados will know why there's an extra body mount on this one. I don't know if maybe it was I don't know. I just don't know. So, but I don't think I'm going to have to take that off. I'm going to have to do I'm going to have to take this rivet out right here grind that off, and then this whole area right here I'll have to grind, and then I'll probably tack the inside of, or tack this body mount down one more time if I have to grind that down. So that's what I'm looking at today. Round 2, HPI custom frame brace kit. Here we go. Oh, there's one other thing that I noticed right here. You can see there's a cut. I don't know if that's from the factory or if when they were stretching the frame out they did that. I'm not quite sure. So I don't know. Just little things you notice. All right, so here we go. All right, so here we go. Oops, turn on my little light here. So one more time, I am going to cut the sides first, right along here. I think I'm going to cut here and here, and then take a notch out this whole section here, and that will allow me to get in to cut the other part. And then over here, make sure I'm looking at the right thing, I'll be cutting right along here. Same thing, I'm going to cut this guy in first, cut in right here, come along the bottom, cut this box section out, take it out. That'll allow me to get in to this area right here to cut. And I'll do all that while I have new blades on my grinders. All right, here we go. All right, I'm back. Here we go. So there's the first two. Cut in, I'll come in through the bottom, take this notch out. That should give me access. Might have to go a little bit farther, but here we go. Okay, let's give it a little hit and see if that's going to come out. Where did my ball peen go? I just have it here. Oh, there it is. Oh, not through the ball. I'm going to cut a little ply cut into this corner, get that out of there. I don't want to hit the frame, so I'm trying to get, let's see, I'll put a couple more little ply cuts in here. try to come back underneath it again and see if these guys are going to move at all. A little bit. I didn't get far enough there. All right, here we go. Okay, that should be done. Oh, there's a couple of them. Let's take it off. Let's take care of that real quick. Didn't burn anything down, but the smoke detectors work, which is wonderful. I'm glad I didn't burn anything. All right. So now I have access to get in and hopefully cut this section right here. Show you guys what this looks like. So I cut in so that hopefully, let's see if that's going to work. I'll be able to get in here a lot easier, give me access to get in and then cut up along here. So that's what I was trying to do, and that's what I wanted. So, all right, let's take off the next section. All right, here we go. Looks like I'm through. Let's give this guy a little cut here. There we go. All right, on to the other side. So we'll try to do the same thing on this side. I'll cut a little pie out, or I'll cut a little section out right here. And then once I take that bottom section out, it should allow me to access that corner and cut it. And I'll try to cut this center section out. All the stuff out of my way here. get my broom. Okay, here we go. You guys see? I'm not blocking it. Okay, well, we'll give it a hit and see what happens. Okay, so a couple hits with the ball peen hammer, and it just came right off. So pretty excited about that. That one went off a lot better than the other side. Just went out a little bit farther this time, so I didn't get close to the frame. The other side, I got closer to the frame than I wanted to when I was cutting the bottom. Now, I'm going to switch grinders, and this one has a little bit longer. I'm get in here, cut this right there, and then I'll go along the top and cut the top. So here we go. On the top, through on this side. Just going to make sure I'm through on this side. Okay, so each should be both sides. Check right here. Yep, now I'll get the bottom. I'll move your location here of the camera, or my iPhone. All right. Let's move you right there. A little easier to see, I think. Okay, so cut along the bottom now. come back and do little tiny cuts to get rid of all this extra stuff here. And I'll show you guys what it's looking like. All of this dirt and oil packed in here. There's the other one. There's not a fire. All right, I'll turn this off and I'll come back.